What's up, everybody? Michael Gardiner here, founder of Done For Your Meetings. I own a B2B prospecting agency of over 50 clients and have 7 years of experience in cold email. And today I'm going to talk to you about how I've been building prospect lists, lead lists, whatever you want to call them, for cold email over those last 7 years, where I hire people, how I hire them, and also what I pay.
Drop it.
So to get into it, what is a lead list or a prospect list? A lead or prospect list is essentially a list of contacts with all the information you need to reach out to in your outbound campaigns. Now, depending on your campaign, you may want their phone number, but definitely their first name, last name, company name, personal email address, maybe their socials, whatever you're going to use. For my lead list, I normally have LinkedIn, first name, last name, position, company name, website, and sometimes other different factors which I put into my cold email. A lot of these are going to be used as what's called merge fields. Merge fields are when you take, say, someone's first name and you import it into your cold email scripts or using it with all of your scripts. So rather than manually typing, hey, Michael, you would say, hey, first name, and your list has a first name column where it'd be, hey, Michael, hey, Rob, hey, Daryl, whatever that name may be. So let's go ahead and talk about how much to pay for somebody to do this. So there's two types of people you might hire. You might hire somebody who is part-time or freelance. You might hire someone who is full-time. I personally have 4 people doing this full-time for me and 2 freelancers who do this on overflow because I have so many leads pumping out for my clients every single month. So let's go in how much I pay part-time. And for this, I pay based on per lead. This way you always know your fixed cost because you're paying someone hourly. It's going to be really difficult to determine exactly how much you're doing. You don't know if they're slacking. It's just easier to pay per lead. Now, these prices I'm going to give are assuming that you're paying somebody who is using their own tools, meaning they have their own Snob account or Hunter.io or SalesQL account. If you're providing them with an account, to go ahead and take off like 3 to 5 cents per lead. So I normally pay 25 to 40 cents per lead. Now, why is there that range? So when you think about somebody who's going to be building out your lead list, it depends how difficult your leads are to find. The truth is that if you have a ton of qualifications, it may take looking through 5 different businesses to find one that actually matches. So if you're paying somebody 25 cents per lead, but they need to spend a bunch of time going through multiple businesses to find one that qualifies, that's not very fair to them. So I say 40 cents is kind of a range where there's going to be a lower success rate in terms of finding a business that matches your qualifications. Or if you have easier qualifications, 25 cent range is really fair. And again, this is assuming that they are paying for their own tools. If you are paying for their tools, go ahead and take off 3 to 5 cents for this. And if you want to look up some tools that you can use to find leads, Snob.io, SalesQL are the main 2 I use. They're both relatively inexpensive. You're talking less than a penny extra, around a penny extra per lead. So to give an example, if I said I wanted Shopify stores in the United States, that's pretty easy, maybe 25 cents. But if I wanted Shopify stores in the United States that have videos attached to their product page or that are already running Facebook ads, these are things that have to manually be checked, and there's going to be some stores that don't fit, therefore it's more work for the freelancer. And in terms of a KPI, I normally have my team do about 1,000 leads per person per week. But obviously, if you're hiring a freelancer, maybe even an agency, it could vary a little bit. Now, the most cost-effective way to get leads, assuming that you have the capacity to take on this many leads, is to hire full-time. For me, I hire at $300 per month plus 4 cents per lead. And my KPI is my key performance indicator, meaning their goal is to do 1,000 leads per month, and I pay for tools. These are full-time employees. You can't expect them to pay for their own tools, so you're going to be providing these to them. So if you look at my numbers, you're going to have a KPI of 1,000 leads per week, so 4,000 per month. And at 4 cents bonus per lead, it's going to be $160 bonus. So ideally, somebody working full-time would make around $460, which is a good salary if you're hiring someone, say, in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or the Philippines. Now, obviously, you could probably find someone for a little bit less. I like to pay this because it's a good livable rate at the places I'm hiring. I also hired some in Africa. And you can also pay more if you wanted to. Sometimes I throw in little holiday bonuses and things like that. Where should you hire? I normally hire from Upwork, but Reddit also has a lot of good job boards. There's one called For Hire and a couple others that are really good. There's also a Facebook group specifically for virtual assistants. And if you want to hire more for full-time, onlinejobs.ph is good, but it does cost money. I hire majority of my people from Upwork, but I have hired from all these other methods. But majority is from Upwork just because it's free and very easy to use. In terms of my hiring process, before I hire anybody, I always do a 50 lead paid test. Then I move them onto a training where you learn how to use all the tools and learn how to integrate my systems. Then I do a trial week where there's a lot of hand holding. And after that, I normally make a full-time offer where they can work for me full-time. This is one of those positions where you may have a high churn rate, as normally you are hiring a bit from the lower end of a market, depending on who you're hiring. I have a bunch of rock stars on my team, but that took a lot of work to find those people who were really motivated and interested in this position, as it is a lot of manual kind of repetitive work. But if you can find someone who's really good, make sure to keep them happy, keep them paid well, keep them on your team, as that's going to be a lot less expensive than constantly having to hire a new person. So there you go. That is how much I pay and where I hire for list building or prospect list building for my cold email campaigns. If you're looking for help with cold email, feel free to book in a call with my agency, Done For You Meetings, where we handle everything from list building, writing your emails, sending your emails, and even appointment setting people into your calendar. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and drop a subscription if you want to see more cold email related videos.